100 days to draw flowers, right? 100 days just to create florals. But I hate flowers. Hate them! Hey guys, welcome to Tiana's Creative Studio, and today I'd like to share with you about how this one ginkgo leaf transformed my whole artistic process. First, when I started doing this process, I was just randomly walking down the street and picking up leaves. I don't know what told me to do it. I just picked up that leaf and I was like, okay, this is such a cute leaf. And it was a ginkgo leaf near my house. And I was like, and as I started picking up that one leaf, I noticed I started picking up more leaves. But for some reason, everywhere I went throughout the city, I just kept picking up ginkgo leaves, ginkgo leaves, ginkgo leaves. Until eventually, I saw online that my friend had started an art challenge called 100 Days of Flowers. And I was like, okay, that's a great idea. 100 days to draw flowers, right? 100 days just to create florals. But I hate flowers. Hate them! Hate flowers. Don't get me wrong, I like looking at them. I know I like them on dresses. I like looking at them on wallpapers. But drawing flowers, no, that's not me. So it's very hard. Like, I like looking at them, I like seeing people make them, and I get impressed by those things, right? But I didn't really draw flowers. I don't even think I even ever thought of drawing and creating flowers. And then I thought, it's a good challenge. Why not throw myself in? So, I threw myself into the process, and that's how it started, guys. So for this process, as I was collecting the individual leaves, I decided, maybe I should just collect a couple and then try a different technique. Normally, I would do modern batik, which is this right here, which is wax and dyes and inks on canvas. And this is basically the result of what everything would eventually look like if you were doing a modern batik piece. So this is the style that I'm basically accustomed to, used to. So trying to move myself into a completely different style domain was trying to push myself out of something I'm so comfortable with doing, but it was a good opportunity. So I decided, what's a medium that I liked growing up, and what's a medium that I wanted to expand my knowledge on and dive back into, and I decided watercolor was the best option for this. Yes, watercolor and maybe a little bit of gouache. So that was the first thing that I decided to do. Let's do watercolor, let's do gouache. Okay, so that's what we did, okay? Watercolor and gouache. And I didn't really want to draw the ginkgo leaves. I could have, but just to speed up the process so my brain didn't take over and start dictating the next steps, I decided that, you know what? I'm going to trace the leaves. So I collected a bunch of leaves of different shapes, of different sizes, different, some of them are bent, some of them are straight, and I just laid them out on a large watercolor paper. And then I started tracing them into a nice pattern that I enjoyed. And then once that was away, then I started, first I dived in with the watercolor first, and I started experimenting a little bit more the goal was not to let my mind dictate the process. Let my intuition guide me. Let the fun, experimental version inside of me guide me, because that's the side that's going to have the fun. That's the side that's just going to flow with the process, and that's the side that's going to make the difference, first of all. And first, I just covered all the canvas. I did watercolor first, and I experimented, and I really dived into the process of it. And then after that, I found out, I really want to add something different to this. Let me get back into gouache too. So I got my old 10-year-old gouache paints. Yes, that's how old they were. 10 years old. And I was like, okay, they're all dry. What do I do? So I ended up buying a container from the Dollarama store. These are little ice trays with freaking covers, y'all. This was the first time I saw this, and I thought it was ironic that the first time I saw it was when I was trying to get back into doing my gouache paintings, because I'm like, how do I keep them moist without getting them all wet, without having to buy a whole new set, just because I don't want to buy a whole new set and then I don't end up using it if I don't like it again. So at least if I'm using the old ones, I can just throw away the old ones if I needed to, and that was the right decision. So I figured out how to. I spent a whole day reactivating those old dried up gouaches with the ice tray that was covered, and then I really dived into the whole process of creating something different, a new pattern. I really found an affinity for that blue paint. That blue was amazing. So I used it to outline some of the artwork, some of the leaves, because I found that it gave it more dimension, and it made me very happy, and I really liked it because it had a very good reminiscent feeling to a lot of the batik paintings that you can see right here, like where you're very intricate, you're diving into the details, you're trying to capture every little fragmented piece about it. So that's kind of what we did with that, and I like that it was a little faster, less arduous, had more fun with it, I'd say. I didn't have to think as much about making mistakes, because with modern batik you have to layer it process by process, so you really got to think 20 steps ahead whenever you're creating anything for modern batik art. But for the watercolor, you can make mistakes, you can cover over stuff. I think that's the benefit of not like working directly on fabric and just working on paper, which was great. And it was really exciting because once I was done, it was like, oh wow, I did something new, I did something great, and it led to some more paintings. Because remember, this was just the first one. There were more paintings to follow. And the evolution of that discovery was great. And this was the final piece. And here's a close-up. If you guys want to check out some other paintings that I created in my 100 Days of Flowers series, please check out my lily video. Like, that's a really good one about how I was able to create it. And thank you guys for checking out this video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing how I created the Ginkgo leaves, and more videos to follow because we still got a lot of flowers left. We gotta get those flowers done. And bye guys, thank you for stopping by to Tiana's Creative Studio. Bye!